Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to a very special episode of ChluyTalk. I am your host, Chluy. Hope you guys are having a happy new year so far. Today, I got a very special guest, but before I introduce him, I'm going to roll the intro. So today's guest needs no introduction. If you guys remember, blazing up on the window for my empire to ride, spit my rhyme about my life on this MIC tonight, ripping through the show, you know, till all of your speakers blow, bass going up so high like we
need not to smoke the seed.
We need not to smoke the seed, yo. Yo, so I gotta give you the intro you deserve. So today's guest goes by the name of Khmer Kid. If you're an 80s, 90s baby like myself, you probably grew up on a little bit of Khmer rap. Khmer Kid and Willie was one of the first like Khmer raps on wax that I ever heard in my life. So it was like, I want to say the late 90s sometime when I heard the Khmer Pride song. I told you before, we talking about it, the Khmer Pride, something sa Khmer. That's like 90s, you know what I mean? And that was on a cassette tape. I don't know how it floated to Washington State. I think my cousins dubbed it for me, but when Smoke Weed came out, that kind of like changed the game. It was kind of like had like that freestyle feel, like the bass line, the you know, it's kind of like the 80s vibes, and but you rap melodically on it. When that song came out, I'm like, what is this? It became an instant classic, an instant viral success, like pre-internet. Yeah. The word viral wasn't even around yet, so it was like, we're gonna get into that. But I'm still on your introduction. So this man right here is a true Khmer rap pioneer. He's a father. He owns his record label, Khmer Entertainment. Khmer Empire Entertainment. And he's been doing music for over 2 decades. So he's my bong by a couple years. So me and him kind of have a little history. We came from the same AZNRaps.com era, where we're the alumni of AZN Raps. If you know, you know. But without further ado, here's Khmer Kid, government name Khmer Kid, right?
Yep, yeah. It's been a while, man. Everything. I mean, I've gotten locked up. I came back out. My song went viral. I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? Is this the same world that I got, you know?
Wow, so it's been a long time. So, man, I can't believe that, you know, we're still here. But let's talk about like a little bit about yourself, because this is my first time like speaking to you. Well, besides the virtual party that you made a surprise visit for was pretty cool. But this will be the second time me and you talking face to face via Zoom. So tell us, tell the world who Khmer Kid is, a little bit of your story, you know.
Well, I mean, like any Cambodian people in Chicago, man. I've known almost everybody, know everybody there, and almost everyone in Chicago has something to do with my life. And one person helped me create the name and not even knowing it. And man, there's just so much that happened in uptown Chicago, right by Argyle and Glenwood, Lawrence and Kenmore and Lawrence and Winthrop and where I grew up. I grew up in Leland and Malden. A lot of shit happened there.
So, what year did your family like settle to America?
1984.
So that's probably around the same time my parents went to Seattle. So, and your name is Khmer, so that's named after the refugee camp that we were born at. So we're probably born at around the same. You know,
we're probably in the same area.
The same doctor cut our umbilical cord, man. What that'd be crazy. So. Yo, this calls for like a celebration, man. Like we've been friends online for like I hate to say it, 2 decades. We old. We're officially old. We OGs. Man. So let's take a shot. What are you sipping on? I'm sipping on some Captain Rum, some rum. I like rum, so nothing fancy, you know. Sorry to disappoint the Khmer viewers. No Hennessy for me today. I'm a rum guy, but I'm at birthday parties.
Sold out over here.
Yeah. I drink Henny if I'm at like a birthday party or Sika, you know. But
Yeah.
actually, I already have a half cup full right here waiting for it. So cheers, bro. Yo, salute to you for all you've done, all your contribution to music, to hip hop, for Khmer hip hop. You inspired a lot of us, from people my age and younger, and even sometimes even older. So from like global, not just Khmer America, but like the motherland. And I remember going to like high school parties. Like I had my white homies bumping it, my Mexican homies were bumping it. They're like, "Yo, we don't know what he's saying, but it sounds tight, Some more doom 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 doom, just that, it just gives you that good feel, that vibe, So salute to you, man. What was it like growing up in like Chicago? Like Argyle sounds familiar. Like when I visited, I did a show with like Khmer guy from the Chi, your homie Johnny, right?
Yeah.
So like a few years ago, and he took me to Argyle, and there's like a it's a little cool little plaza. So it's a lot of good eats. I saw that little Khmer mural part. So I was like, so this was once like a Khmer neighborhood. So it's good to know a little bit about history. So what could you tell us about like Chicago and like the Khmer community back in the day from then, and how's it changed over time?
Well, back then it's uptown. It was really ghetto in the hood back then, and like all the schools we went to, man, from middle grade and up, there's metal detectors, cop searching you before you go in.
Wow.
And where I grew up at, there wasn't a lot of crimes going on, but I mean, like when it do happen, you can hear it, you can tell, and you can see it. I remember I had to walk to school one time. I don't know if this person was dead or if he was drunk. We had to walk over him just to get out the house and go to school and shit.
That's crazy. And this was like the early 90s, so...
Yeah.
Wow, so Chirac, that's why they call it Chirac. It's been pretty rough, like even till this day. So like, I'm pretty sure it was worse back then. But did you have siblings, or are you like the youngest, oldest, or what?
I'm second from the oldest. I have an older sister.
How was school like? Did you finish school?
No, and I never made it out of ninth grade. One of the Cambodian guys that ran the community, I guess, he didn't feel that I was fitting to go to school because I was a bad influence or something.
Oh, really?
So he got my parents to pull me out and just...
They said you were May gang or something? You're just...
They think I was, but there's all kinds of rumors coming out about me, and they just didn't feel that I'd be helping the community, because if everybody starts following me or something, they'll all get fucked up too. It's shit. That's...
After school, what'd you do? Like, where did your direction in life head? Any stories you want to share?
Actually, no. We just basically stayed home. Then in 1999, that's when I just said, I've had enough of my dad hitting me and shit. I can't go nowhere. So I just took off and went up to Wisconsin and lived with the homies up there and shit, and just went on from there.
What age, like, were you when you got into music?
I want to say I was like 15.
15. That's a good age. I think around my same time too. I was 15. And you're from the Midwest, so like just listen to your style of music. You probably had a lot of Midwest influences. Some Bone. Were you influenced by Bone, Twista, Do or Die, or did you have like other type of?
Yeah, there was a lot of Twista and Bone, but I mean, why I got into music is because of Willie.
Willie, for Khmer rap, right?
Yep, Khmer rap. I want to give him a big shout out.
So I'll play a little clip right here so people know. Yeah, talked about your experience when you first heard that song by Willie, the Khmer Pride song. I've never heard anything like it. Like, he said, "Song sign, AK." I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, damn, man.
He's speaking metaphors in Khmer. What?
Yep,
so I'm
like,
I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And like,
he went off.
He did. When I shout out to Willie, man, I'd love to connect with you guys. Maybe we could all like collab, do a cypher track or something. That'd be cool. Like a Khmer rap.
Yeah, Willie is the man, man. Look, if it wasn't for Willie's tape, there wouldn't have been no Khmer Kid, no smoke weed, no Khmer rap, because he got, man, when I listened to his tape, I'm like, man, I wonder if I can do this, man. He just hyped me up. Said, oh man. So I started getting equipment ready, and whew. Man, and back then, you know how we just have only tape and shit, so it was kind of hard to even make a beat.
Yeah. We were in the cassette tape era karaoke machine. I used my mom's karaoke machine, just recording like on the B side or just like the instrumentals, so, like you get singles from like Sam Goody or whatever, and rap on it. What was the first song like you recorded ever, and what equipment did you use to make it?
My sister, I got a little computer. Back then, it was like Windows 3.1 or something. Man, and then I saw this thing at the store. It was a magazine. It was like a technology magazine, doing them tech mags and shit, tech magazines. It had a little CD in there with a Cool Edit 1.3 demo. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, Mom, I gotta get that, man. I had to work my way to get that magazine just to get that CD. Wow. And I finally got it, took it home. It was just a demo.
Right.
You know, I was a little kid. I ain't got no money to.
Man, Cool Edit was a game changer. So for those who don't know, Cool Edit is a DAW, which means digital audio workstation. Is a computer program where it's like a multi-track recording studio on your computer.
Back then it was only single.
Yeah. And if you had that, you're a big guy. You start recording digitally on your computer. So it was kind of like the turning point for me. Like, no more mama's karaoke machine. I could record digitally on a computer now. So I was like, and it was like, that was definitely improved like the sound, the quality. Going digital was like a big step. And I was hyped, making CDs, burning CDs.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of changed my life, you know? But so like, who were like the people that inspired you to make music? Like you had friends that supported you, you had some homies, or did you did it all kind of like by yourself? Or were you the only one that was interested in making Khmer rap?
Actually, well, first I started making tracks and beats and stuff, and then I let the homies listen to it, and they like it. They go, man, I want to hear some more. so I got into making that Represent Khmer Pride for the 99. Then for Cambodian New Year, while everyone was at the party, this was like in the morning when they were still doing the bun. Mm-hmm. While they were doing the bun, man, I ran home. And recorded, smoked weed all by myself and shit, because that was the best time to record while everyone in the house was gone.
Wow.
So I was in there by myself, smoked weed. Damn, man, what else did I put in here?
And that's a crazy story. And now it's like a timeless classic. Like every time I hear it, it's like hearing it the first time, you know. And it's like, it went viral a couple times when I shared it. Like I put it to people dancing to it. Like that got 1 million views on Facebook. I'm like, damn, I wish Khmer Kid was here to see it, because I think we lost contact. I don't know where you went or something, but I'm like, if this was like
era.
Yeah, I wanted I wanted to download it on iTunes, and I tried to shout you out, but then I wanted to go on iTunes to look for it. Like it was removed, or like it wasn't there anymore. So, because like I just want to help you. If this meme is going 1 million views, imagine people asking like, "Well, can I get the song?" Like, I'm trying I'm always shouting you out, man. I want to help each other. Like I definitely I don't care about the views for me. Like this is. Like, if it's more kind of nostalgic for the people that grew up on Asian raps and just like, that era. To me, like that era is one of my favorite times in my life, Yeah. I love that whole Asian raps era. Like, let's talk about Asian raps. How did you find of that forum? If you guys don't know, AsianRaps.com was like an online hip hop forum for like all Asians. And it's kind of like a message board. It had like online battles. But at the time, I went by Memorizer Mozart. So like, it's me, Khmer Kid, and Wiseman and Phillips were like the only people repping the Khmer rappers at the time. So it was like, and most of them was like Vietnamese, Chinese, and everything else. So it was like, we're kind of a small community then. We're kind of a minority then. So we're like the underdogs. I felt like we're the underdogs. But when you came out with Smoke Weed, it's like you're like front page of Asian raps. It's like it made a lot of noise. So it was like, I'm like, dang. I was like kind of envious. Like, this guy. It's kind of motivated me to level my game up. I was like, this is it. It's cool to see. And man, I could talk all day about Asian rap. So what was your experiences with Asian raps? How did you discover that forum?
Shit, I was just clicking around browsing one day, and all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, Asian raps. Let me go see what it's all about.
Yo. Same here, dude. Like I just stumbled upon it.
When I was making that track, while everybody was doing the ceremony that night, I brought it right back to the party. Check this out, man. Check this out.
You parted the after party for the Khmer New Year?
Yeah.
Man, I bet the people go crazy when they heard that beat, the whole song.
Well, I mean, when they didn't really pay much attention at first, but they did because they didn't really know. Then I took it back to the homie's house, and I'm like, yo, check this out. And he goes, man, because I mentioned his name. I mentioned like a whole, all the people that I hung out with. I mentioned all their names.
Oh, what? In the song?
Yeah, in the song. And they heard it.
It was proud.
Yeah.
So beat making, you produced the beat. You produced your own beat. So did producing come before writing rap songs, or it's kind of like you was kind of like Kanye West. You was producing and rapping on your own beats, or like was it self-taught? Like you just started playing keys one day, or you went to you learned it, or just kind of self-taught?
Yeah, it was kind of self-taught. I got a little Casio back then where I was playing, because everything on that track there ain't no Fruity Loop where we paste little bars and stuff on there. It was all waves, all one wave, and then I'm done. Okay, let me put this other one on it. Let me put the drums in there and the hi-hats. The hi-hats, that's what I started out with, because you got to
yeah.
You got to count.
No metronome. You do the old school way. That's like the harder way to make music. So we live in a good time now where you can just copy paste, fly hooks.
Yeah.
Man, how did Smoke Weed, that song, change your life? What was it like living in that time and getting all that recognition before like the internet became the internet? We were on America Online. We was on like net zero internet. You know what I mean? Like 56K dial up. What was that like?
Well, I mean, to be honest, that song, I didn't really expect anything out of it. I just made it just so I can prove to myself that I can do it. And I did it, and I didn't think nothing of it. Just passed one tape here, and then all of a sudden, tape started getting passed. I didn't even know that it was getting passed. To be honest, I didn't even know it was doing numbers on YouTube until like 2018.
Yeah. Yo, 4 million views right now on one of the channels. Like, so random people uploaded. So, like, 4 million views, that's, like, crazy. Like, it's crazy numbers, Salute to you, man. Like, also, I remember, like, the song was popped up in, like, those P2P softwares, like Kazaa, Napster. So, it was like,
oh, yeah,
it's a good way to get your music out. Did you put it yourself? Did you upload it there? Or someone, like, a user did it? Because that helped people go viral. That's how Soulja Boy blew up. He'll put crank that Soulja Boy under like somebody else's name, like another artist bigger than him, mainstream artist. So it's kind of like a tactic. So it's kind of like it helped the situation. It helped you get your song out. So Smoke Weed was on Napster, man.
Napster.
That was a good time.
To be honest, I mean, I didn't think that it was going to be like that. I just made it, just like I said, to prove to myself that I can do it. And man,
good times, man. And you have a pretty large musical catalog too. I always mention Smoke Weed because that's kind of something that gets stuck in my head till this day. The melody, like how'd you come up with the whole melody? Were you on the piano like this? And they're like, oh, let me add that. And
well, I mean, I was high at the time, so whatever came to my mind,
you was in
I was looking for it. Yeah, I was.
Yo, it just fits so perfectly, man. Like even your ad libs, you said we to start it off. Did you chop that? Did you say weed one time and then you chopped the vocals and you went we blazed it up? How'd you do that?
That one was actually part 2. Because the original part, I didn't have all that. It was just straight smoke weed.
Smoke weed.
Yeah.
You had to hold your breath hella long? you had to sing that over and over, or did you have to copy and paste? You didn't have that technology yet?
Copy and paste. Okay. Copy and paste.
Yo, I love everything about that song, man. It's just a lot of harmonies, a lot of melodic rap singing. Yeah. Smoke weed. So from then on, like, you started recording, like, more and more songs. I also remember another, like, I think it was like the follow up to Smoke Weed. I'm not sure if it came before or after, but I'm getting high tonight. You know,
Oh yeah.
that beat. I was just bumping. Yeah, tell me about Getting High Tonight, because that was also a banger too. I think it has
That
like
one
a
was
half.
actually before Smoke Weed. I think that was. I did that one. Oh no, that one is after. That one is after. Yeah. It's way after because it
Okay.
represents my pride for the '99. Smoke
Okay.
Weed was '96.
Yo, those songs were like memorable. Like I remember those like clearly. So I like that beat on there too. Like you did that beat too from the
Yeah.
start to finish on the Casio.
Yeah, I mean, man, when I grew up, all I knew was those three keys that man, what is that song that do 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 do. Man,
Oh, I didn't know what
it's
you're talking
the
about. Dun, dun,
man,
dun,
I
dun, dun,
forgot what
dun.
it's called, but those keys were the start of everything that I've made
For real? Wow.
back then.
That's
Because
dope.
as soon as I switch my fingers up and put in different keys, it'll still sound right. I'm like, oh damn, no matter which.
Wow. So you had like that touch for it. So what are some of your memorable moments in making music and maybe like creating your first album? What was that like?
Oh, my first two albums, which never actually got properly released, and the hard drive went out. Man, with that album, I had like so many songs in there. I think I've got like actually three. I think I've got like almost 50, 60 songs that never got released with my cousin that I've done, my cousin Steve, and my brother Khmer Blazing, my other brother Kachai. We all worked on that, man. We worked so hard, and all of a sudden I got locked up and the hard drive just went out.
You got locked up. Would you be okay talking about how you got locked up? You don't mind me asking?
Oh, shit.
Is this the first time, the prison time, or was this like another just a jail?
No, actually first time and prison time.
So this is the first. So you okay? Yeah, talk about it.
That
So
was my
like,
first offense.
what'd you do and how long were you gone, or how long you were supposed to go, but how long did you really take to get out?
Well, I was pushing pills. Man, I'm pretty sure that. Well, since I've already done it and I already served my time, it should be okay for me to talk about it. So
Trapping, so
yeah. My little brother was with me, and so we got pulled over right before we got to the spot. It was actually right in front of the spot. We got pulled over. My brother's with me, and they had a canine. The canine unit came out and found everything that was hidden and shit. And since my brother was with me, I was afraid that my mom finds out that I'm taking my brother to jail with me. She gonna whoop my ass.
Oh shit!
So I had to tell the cops, look, he didn't know nothing.
Wow.
He ain't got nothing to do with it. No, I didn't even mean to bring him out here, and I did because he was also fighting a gun charge.
Oh snap!
So if they would have ran his record, they would have found that. Along with all this, he would have went too. But I did whatever I could to get him out, and I told him, look, it's all mine. He ain't had nothing to do with it. And shit, they called my mom, my sister, and went to pick him up. I'm like, okay, at least he's gone. Because if I go down, I'd rather just go down alone, come out alone. Man, I don't want to take nobody with me.
I feel it. Wow. So what was going on in your mind? Is it your first time getting locked up, period, or at all?
Oh yeah, first time.
So
and they tried whatever they could to make me talk, which I'm glad because I don't know nobody's name for real.
Right.
We don't know anybody's real name, nothing. And when they took me to the interrogation room, they was pissed off, slamming tables and shit. Like, where'd you get this from? You're gonna be serving time for a long time, and you'll never get to see your son. You'll never get to see your family. I'm like, okay, look. If I mention anything, are you going to get guaranteed the safety of my family, my kids, my brothers? No, they looked at me like, get out of here. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Man, because in there, in the county, they'll know if you try to say something. They'll know if you say something.
Right.
Because one of the guys in there, I guess he must have connections with the CEOs, and CEOs will tell him everything. Oh, because like if you say something, one of the guys in there that's doing it a long time, he'll try to fuck people up for real for talking, even if whether he knows you or not. I don't want you in here. Get out of here. But
damn. So at this time, you were like, what age were you? Like
25.
25. Wow. What was going on in your mind, like while you were in lockdown?
Well, if you're clicked up, if you're plugged, and you go in there and you just tell them what you are, but don't lie, tell them what you are. Man, they got love.
Yeah, more respect
they got
that
love
way,
for
right?
you. They'll give you more respect that way. But if you go in there acting all scared, because the prison where I was at, man, it was like 95% black, and I walked in there. I remember the first time I walked in there, man, this big ass black dude. He was like, "Hey, yo, Jet Li."
That's funny. What was your reaction when he said that? I would probably hold back laughing. He called me Jet Li.
Yeah. So I turned around, looked at him. I looked at him. I was like, "What's up?" He goes, "You know how to play dominoes?" Oh, hell yeah, let's go, man. I went up there, man. I just made like all kinds of friends out there, man. And I drew pictures for people, and they had a lot of respect for artists in there too. When you draw pictures and just so they can use it as gifts, to give it out to their family members and stuff that they haven't seen in a while.
So it was kind of, you had more of like a positive experience. You got along quickly with the inmates, and you were making artwork for them. So you're an artist, so you were drawing pictures. So
yeah,
that's cool.
And actually, man, this is a spiritual experience that I had when I was in there. One of the head monks at the temple that I used to go to and meditate every day felt like he came and visited me and just started yelling at me, and then he had mentioned some
Bday?
Yeah, some Bday words. To this day, I can still remember it, man. Just 4 words that he told me. But,
was it you came in a dream? He came and talked to you in a dream?
Yeah,
or?
Yeah. It was like in a dream, and
that's powerful.
And he and I remember those words to this day.
That's powerful. Yeah, definitely gotta. I believe in it, like Bday and stuff. Like my mom taught me a little bit of Bday. Like I used to get like a lot of sleep paralysis.
Hey, actually, man,
growing up, I get that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it runs in my family. And
when I was 15, all the way till I was like 20, I've been getting like almost every day. So like, I don't know what's going on.
That's actually a spiritual
thing.
It's a spiritual thing, man, because people confuse that as like
science.
Something scary.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get that sleep paralysis, it's not. You're only scared because there's some stuff in your mind that you got to get out. But once you can move past that stage, it's actually an astral projection experience. Where because if you keep on going, just go with the flow. Because I think I was like 13 when that first happened to me, and I was on top bunk, and that happened to me, and I noticed like everything was turning blue.
So it happened in
Opened
prison?
my eyes. No, this was at home. This was when I was like, man, I remember when I opened my eyes, I was out of my body, turning around, looking at myself, and I got scared as shit. So.
Oh wow, that's a different experience. Yeah, that's
because people confuse that they come out Scott with something negative, but really it's actually something to open up, something positive, open up yourself.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point like where I gotten used to it, but there were some situations that were scarier than others. Like sometimes I would like this one scariest moment was I was like half asleep, like I'm waking up and I'm like my mind's like my mind's awake, but I'm like half asleep, and then you know how when you wake up in the morning you see blurriness.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I see blurriness. I'm looking at my arm, and then I'm trying to lift my arm, and then all of a sudden, I was pinned down like this. And then all of a sudden the bed was shaking like, I'm like, what the heck? I was so
That's that
scared.
vibration. That's that
I
vibration
was
that
so
brings
scared, dude. I cried to my parents like, what is this? I've never felt this before. I think I got haunted. So
that's what it seemed like. That's that vibration that gets your spirit out your body.
yeah, that was a crazy vibration. So I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But yeah. So like, my parents like always like try to explain, or like they took me to the temple, try to get blessed many times. So I was like, till this day, like I don't really get it now anymore at all. But like, I always have that wonder, like what was going on in my life where maybe I had to like maybe ancestors trying to send me a message. I don't know what it is. So it's like, I don't know if it's spiritual, or I don't know if I'm doing something wrong with my life. My mom's like, you got to clean your room. It's because you smoke grow. You got them socks laying on the floor. Yeah, they always have some kind of rebuttal, you know? So I'm over there believing them, over there cleaning my room. Like, shoot. And then the next day I still get it. Yeah, that's my story about sleep paralysis. I spoke about it before, but yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it. So it's like pretty common in humans, not just Khmer people, just like everybody. They call it sleep paralysis, but there's also like REM sleep, astral projection.
Yeah, I think in India, the reason why you hear these scary noises because one of your chakras is like locked up or something, and you got to find a way to get that out so you can not be scared anymore.
It's just another way to. I definitely want to do more research, more reading on it, so I get a full understanding. But right now, I feel like I'm in a good health, good mental state. I don't feel it no more. I don't feel fear going to sleep anymore. Don't close my eye. I don't see the op no more.
The op.
Watch too many scary Khmer movies. Gotta sleep with a nightlight on. Yeah. Back to prison. When did you get out? So you were locked from what year to what year? So we know.
2005, January 2000. Well, yeah, right around January 2000. I don't know. My brother's got like the whole rap sheet up because he printed it out. He was like, "Look, I got." Well,
just get like a
sheet.
ballpark range. So, like, was it like 3 to 4 years or?
Since I couldn't mention anybody's name, they hit me with manufacturing with intent to deliver, and that manufacturing was what gave me the Class X, and that Class X is a minimum of 6 years to whatever. So that Class X was like same as a murder case.
Wow.
And with that Class X, they hit me with that. But since it was a non-violent Class X, it was a drug case Class X, only got 50%.
So you
only have to do much time. Yeah, half the time. And plus, if I go to school, I think I finished my GED in prison. Right on. Did a little college in prison. And that helped cut down the time, too, because all the schooling that you go through, that you do, they help you. They call it good time. It helps cut down the time. And shit.
Oh, you're doing, what's it called? Good behavior, too, or good time, or...
Oh, yeah, because I didn't have to fight with nobody. Everybody was cool with me. So.
That's cool. So, did you have any, regrets, or did you just you feel like things happen for a reason as part maybe you had to go through that?
To be honest, if I didn't go to jail or go to prison, I'd probably end up going for something else. So that was like inevitable. Prison life was just waiting for me because all the shit that I'm doing, and who knows, I might have gotten caught up with bigger shit and probably end up going to a different prison, but for some other shit. But my prison experience, bro, it's like summer camp, man. It was a non-violent prison. Everybody was cool. Everybody wanted to go home.
That's what's up, man. It's good to hear a different side of the story because, like, most of the time, people they don't even want to tell the story. It's like the worst experience ever. You don't ever want to go there.
I mean, if you can get over the fact that you have no control with the outside life, because you really don't. You really have to get over that. Once you get over that, you start focusing on and everybody around you, what you can do. Find your talents and find your gift. And man, I was writing lyrics in prison and drawing pictures for people, and I was going around like talking to people. And as soon as they found out where I was from, uptown Chicago, that they became even cool with me. Like, oh shit, man, he's from Chicago.
That's what's up. So it was like a learning experience. So
Yeah.
from then on, did you feel like you turn your life around? Like, what happened when you came out? Like, what changes did you make in your life to reach for like the right path for you?
Well, there was one more thing while I was in there. I started reading the Bible. This is how I realized how powerful it was. How powerful it was also, because I was sitting down reading the Bible, and the people in the next cell, they was arguing, fighting, shit. They was getting ready to kill each other. And as I was reading, the voice in my head told me, just do something about it. Whatever you do is gonna help. Knock on the wall 3 times. Exactly what I did. Bang on the wall 3 times. Man, they started hugging each other, telling each other they were sorry. I'm like, oh damn.
Wow.
because I mean the whole pod was telling them fight. They was getting ready to go, and all I did was bang on the wall 3 times. Bang, bang, bang. Wow. Next thing you know, it's like, oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me.
The power of prayer. I believe it. That's what's up. So you read the Bible. How long did it take you to read the whole Bible?
I've never gotten through the whole Bible because it's so much in there.
So much,
right? I kind of skimmed through this book, and went to Psalms, went to Proverbs, and then went to the New Testament, and man, everything changed from there. Like, because before I got locked up, I went to every single temple to Chakapi, where you Chakapi on your head, and
is
they
that
told
like
me
a tattoo, or is it that?
No, it's a fortune telling thing.
Fortune telling, okay, yeah, I know now.
Yeah, where you put the kapi on your head, and then you just put it.
I've seen it done.
And you open it, and then the monks read it, and then they told me I was going to die. What? Everywhere I went to, they told me I was going to die.
What?
I was going to die at like 25, 26 or something. But when I read the Bible, there was a verse in there that said that you were already dead and now you're back to life, and you found it's like, man, I forgot which verse it is, but once you find God, that's when things turn around for the better. So where I was supposed to die, and now I found life, and that's when everything started changing. Wow. That's when I took music serious. I started writing lyrics, and I took everything I've done like serious after that.
Yeah, I remember seeing like you on music videos, and you were kind of like everywhere. You had like your Khmer Entertainment logo. You were pushing on your songs on like iTunes and stuff. It was like a few years ago. So I was like, how many albums you have? Because I feel like you have a huge catalog and songs.
Yeah, I think. Oh man, I've got like 60 to 70 songs that I put out. But this is what stopped me. This is what stopped me from doing music for a little bit. While I was in prison, someone on Reverb Nation made a page with my name on it, claiming to be me. And every time I post up a song, he would post it up on his page. Every time I post up a new track, he posted it up on his page. So one day, wow, Reverb Nation, I got an email from Reverb Nation, and it was like, there seems to be some fraudulent activities going on. So I'm like, what? Man,
you're the originator.
I'm the real artist.
Is someone's that's impersonation. Like, damn, that's crazy. And he won?
And he won because he made that page before me. Not only that, that was the first red flag. The second red flag was when in the Decades album, I posted up a track that I worked with my boy. He had my boy Khmer with you, but he had nothing to do. He had nothing wrong on his end. Mm-hmm. It was wrong on my end.
What happened?
Because I didn't have the same title on it. Because if you post a song that's already up there, You have to have the same. Everything has to match.
Match, yeah, the metadata, yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The title, the artist, everything had to match. Where mine didn't match his, because it was a song that we both made. It was under my beat, and he didn't do anything wrong. Like I said, it was all my fault. I didn't know that technicality or that part of the legal issue where you have to have the same name. And that was the second red flag. The third red flag was the sampling. All those Cambodian samples.
Yeah.
Because when they did an investigation on the first and second red flag, they found that. So now,
copyright.
Yep. Every time I post up something, I'm not using samples no more. I'll post sample beats on YouTube, but if I want to actually sell something, it ain't gonna be sampled no more. It's gonna be all my original stuff. And
yeah, they're like some kind of performing rights organization.
Yeah.
On some of these oldies, like even then, I did like something with Morno. He's another Khmer rapper. In so Khmer, we did we flipped the sample on a Sinsi Samut song, and I couldn't upload it, which is kind of like a blessing. So it's like now that I look at it, like, yo, I'm glad that it was a copyright, because like somebody like Sinsi Samut, I don't really want to monetize,
Yeah, that's why I don't monetize any of the samples.
I'd rather just put it on SoundCloud, just make it a free download, and because like at the end of the day, I don't feel right just like monetizing like a legend, and I feel like if I do monetize, it has to be permission from the family, and I gotta forward the revenue to them. So it's like stuff like that. I feel like, but it's a good little song. It's the Maupina, Maupina, Maupina. We sample that. So, and it's like right away the recognition system. It's in the database.
It would have been okay if
It
would have been okay if I knew who to put who owns it. Who actually owns the copyright to it? Because since he ain't alive no more, so who else owns it? And these people that owns it, they probably don't have the right with since he's a book. But yeah, if I knew who owned the right, I can just put it down on there that this, he can get the royalties and stuff. But I didn't know, and there was no way to find out.
Right. Well, you're talented, so you could make beats with no sampling, but. You got melodies for days, man. Them 3 keys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a lot of the 3 keys.
Stick to it works, It's the magic sauce. Shit. So, what else I was going to ask? How has fatherhood changed your life? Like, what age did you have, what, 2 kids now?
4.
4 kids? How did that change, like, your whole outlook on life? Did it slow your music career? Everything changed? Your priorities change?
Oh, yeah. A lot changed. A lot, man. If I hear the kids crying, I'm running out there. What's going on? Mm-hmm. What's going on? And then I'll end up sitting down with the kids and just chilling with them just to make sure they're okay. And, when I'm out there, I don't think about coming back in and finish my project. I'm just going to be out there chilling with them.
Yeah. Did you take like a hiatus from music since you got kids? Or like, did you take a long break? Or like, I think I got a few fan submitted questions we can ask soon. But I want to know like, there was like this period like where you just kind of, I don't know if like we kind of disconnected on Facebook. No, like maybe a couple years ago. I think I was trying to reach out to you last year on like about smoke weed, like making a remix.
That's when I shut all music out. I just focused on like recording music videos for people, and I was mostly and that recording music videos for people. It was took a lot of time. People had their guns pointing at me and shit while I'm recording. I'm like,
we can talk about that. So you were also a music video director too for like a local rap artist. So when did you start doing that? When did you get into filmography?
It was 2014 actually. 2014, right when I stopped music. I think 2014 is when I stopped music and got into shooting videos and stuff. And I shot I got 2 pages, KE Film and Big 3 Film Company. And each page has got 40, 50 even more of videos in there.
Putting in work.
Yeah, a lot.
That's what's up. So
And
you
then I
just
got-
kind of develop a passion for filming. That's cool. I like it. That's kind of like me. I like to film now too. So it's like one of my favorite things to do: shoot and edit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like just creating, man. So we have some things in common.
And I've got two of my boys with me because when I opened the Big Three Film, I trained one of my boys. His name is Steve Cam that I used to work with. So I got him into filming too, and he's been shooting music nonstop now. I mean, he's got all kinds of effects in his video.
That's good.
And Jay Ham, one of my boy in Peoria also. Man, I've gotten him into it, but he was mostly focused on family. So, he kind of did it when he could. But Steve Cam went in, man. He's
killing it.
Yeah.
So you just kind of showed him the ropes. That's cool. You built a team. That's what's up, man. How important is it to have a team?
Oh, it's actually important, man. Like, you need a promoter team, which I don't really have yet. The video team, the music team, you need all that, man. But the most important is that promoter team. You got to find the right promoter team to be able to distribute all the ads out, everything about you, how to get your music, and how to do this, and I've seen it done in a lot of the Cambodian rap videos. As soon as they drop that video,
the team
YouTube is just flooding.
Yeah,
YouTube is just flooding with like reaction videos, and I'm pretty sure that's a team that they had to do all that.
Yeah.
And almost every single rap video that they drop, you can tell that they have a team of
I see
promoters.
how they do it. You're talking about Khmer, the people they drop and there's reaction videos right away. So
everywhere.
I think we need to build something like that in here in Khmer America. Just sometimes like I feel like, dang, my homies don't even share my stuff sometimes. Like, do you ever feel like that? Like, damn.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to have to ask so much all the time.
No, but I mean,
the real ones share
like that. I mean, I feel like that too. Now I think about it, man,
I feel left out sometimes.
Seeing it, they're probably not even seeing it.
Probably the algorithm. You know how Facebook makes people pay to play. Like, I think Facebook only shows like a small percentage of your content to people. It's weird. It's like they want you to boost ads. Like I like to do everything organic. Yeah, pay $5 so a boy can see your song, your post.
Except boy, hell no. Hey man, speaking of my boy, man, I got a story, man. Back when I was in Wisconsin, it was me and the homies, me and like 3-4 other homies. We went up to, we was in Janesville, Wisconsin. We drove up to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Wow.
To go pick up some shit, and everybody was drunk except for me. I was driving, and there was a stick. Bro, one of the homies was like, hey man, get this exit. I gotta go pee. Man, I dropped the shift and I dropped so I can brake.
Oh.
And man, that brake just took off, and then I hit this big ass sign that said exit 52. Man, if I didn't hit that sign, because I looked down after that sign, it was just a cliff.
Wow, off a bridge, or is it like a cliff?
Yeah, it was an exit. It was an exit bridge, but where we was at, that it was a cliff after that.
Oh shit!
The cops came and everybody was drunk and the bottles in the car and shit. And one of the police, I think it was a state trooper, but he came to ask me. He was like, "Were you driving?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was me. I drove." So he goes, "Did you know there's open bottle container in a car, open alcohol bottle container in a car, and in the state of Illinois or Wisconsin, it's illegal?" He pulls it out. He goes, "Tell me what that say. Tell me what that say." And I looked at him like, "That says cognac, sir." He looked at me. He bust out laughing. That's just cognac. He went back and told his friends about it. Told his cop friends about it. They was busting out laughing and shit. And then he came back and he rounded us in the circle. It was me and a boy. He goes, "What's his name?" I'm like, "Oh, his name is Boy." And then he asked, "Boy, what's his name?" Boy goes, "Oh, that's Kid." The cop was like, no, what's your real name? We don't really know each other's real name. That's a boy, and a boy goes, "That's Kid." Bro, the cops was, man, they went back and talked to their cop friend. They was laughing so hard. I forgot they even give us, if they even gave us a ticket. I think that's all they did.
We got off?
We got off, man. We got off good, man. They didn't find nothing in the car, which I'm glad, because if they did, it would have been bad.
Dang. Oh, wow. That's a funny story. That's cool. You made him laugh.
Cognac. That says Cognac, sir.
That's hilarious. All right. So I got some fan-submitted questions from my IG story where I asked where the fans asked some questions. So I think it's a good time to answer it if you don't mind. First question is from Lifestyle Chino. He goes, does he still smoke weed?
I do once in a while, not all the time though. Not because I've got responsibilities and stuff. And I've got a lot of projects that I need to get done. If I smoke weed all the time, I'll be on the couch just watching the movie.
eating one chow.
Eating one chow.
All right, the next question is from Pear, the homie from Philly. Who inspired you making music? What kind of kacha had you on the weed song?
Willie, Afro-Bodian, Bong Khmer got me into, from listening to his song. That's how I feel like, because he inspired me. I'm like, man, I know I can do this too. Because all these words that he came up with, I'm like, man, I know this. I know I can do it, man. And I did it. And the weed we were smoking was back then. I really don't even know back then, man.
The chronic.
It probably was, but it was back then. Some of the weeds had seed in it. Full of seed. Come on.
All right. So next question is from Kona22. Can you please ask him how he would rate his Khmer? Does he feel that he is pretty fluent? Good question.
I mean, how I would rate it. I mean, I do know that there are certain words that I'm not even sure if it makes sense. If I were to put it together in a song. So I would go, first thing I'd do is Google it to make sure I'm right about it. Second, I'd go ask, try to ask someone, would it be right if I put these two words together to rate my Cambodian? My Cambodian is probably like a 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Yeah. I mean, I do know a lot of words. I'm just not sure if I can put it together.
It sounds like you're fluent. You're fluent to me, like when listening to it. So I feel like your vocabulary is pretty good as far as the rap.
Oh yeah,
I'm not that good. I'm not that fluent at all. So I'm English rap. So yeah, so you're pretty advanced. Well,
it's actually from the Cambodian Association where out in Chicago. There's a little school we go to every Sunday, and we would learn Cambodian, write Cambodian, read books, and it was from all that helped me. And there was one particular teacher that was really funny, and he had all kinds of metaphors in Cambodian. I think that's where I got it from. His name was Chluy.
Yeah,
and man, he had metaphors for days in Cambodia.
I love it. It seems like the elders, man, they have all the ideas, man, all the jokes, all the humor.
Yeah.
I take a lot from my older brothers and the uncles that are around, and I just turn them into skits because, like, what they say is hilarious. My people are just funny by default. Okay, the next question is from Smile Knate. She asked, do you have any regrets? So it's like a 2-part question. Do you have any regrets? And do you have advice for new artists?
Regrets, yes. I've got a lot of regrets that I try not to think about, and so many. But the only way to get past all that is, if I just focus on the future. And
advice for new artists. What's your advice?
Advice for new artists is you gotta put attention in your work. you have to put attention in your work, and once you put it out there, you have to keep paying attention to out there. And if you get that attention back, from the audience, you're doing something right. You get the attention back. All those attention start to come back to you. It's like karma. Put attention to this, you get it back, you're doing something right. If you're not, then try to switch it up. I was getting the attention back, but back then, man, I would.
What do you mean by attention?
Like if you put attention in your work, that means that you're focused.
Attention to detail,
And then when you put it out there, you also have to pay attention to where you put it. It's the attention that you put in, and then when you get the attention back from all the audience start giving you attention. That means you're doing something right. That means that just keep pushing it, and if you don't, just keep switching it up. Either you switch it up, or just do something else. Just because if you're not getting that attention back, that means that they're not feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they feel it, don't stop, man, because I stopped, and that's one of my regrets, because I stopped for a little bit, and that's how I was losing fans and views and stuff. And now a lot of momentum that I lost. And so if you get the attention back, don't stop.
Solid. Those were the questions from the fans. So I have some questions too. What's the future of Khmer Kid? What's the current state of Khmer Kid now? Anything you're working? Any projects you're working on now? And what are your goals for any announcements? Because I think I see some new announcements on your Facebook. So you want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. I just signed Young Spider to the label. He's a very talented artist in Cambodia. I mean, he's real good.
Shout out to Young Spider. He's like a youngin, like up in the next generation. So that's cool to see you, OG, working with the next, the next artist, the younger generation, and just, I think that's cool to see it. The torch pass to a lot of talented kids out there making.
Oh yes,
good music. Man, their lyrics are like advanced. They know how to ride the beat now. Like a lot of people are starting to rap like you and KhmerGuyFromtheChi. Like KhmerGuyFromtheChi is one of the most skilled, I think, native tongue Khmer rappers out there. I feel.
Oh yeah,
and there's more and more, more and more spin that double time in Khmer. Yeah, deeper words. Like this is like. He's like the Khmer Tech 9 to me. Like the multi-syllables. Like Twister. Like whoa, I've never heard anything like it. So it's like him. I think Morno too from Khmer, which is kind of like he did a song with KhmerGuyFromtheChi as well, but the younger kids and all, like people like in their teens, so that's dope. So you're looking to sign more artists and it's working on his album, or like Young Spider, right? His name?
Yeah, Young Spider.
Young Spider. So be on the lookout for Young Spider. I've heard some of his songs, some clips. So he has potential to blow. I think he has millions of views on some of his songs.
Oh yeah,
so
he's got a big fan base.
Yeah, so he's good. So what do you want your legacy to be after it's all said and done?
To be honest, I don't even think about all that. I just want to put some music out there and just leave it. Because
what do you want to be remembered for? The smoke weed guy, or just more than that?
Well, that smoke weed was what
a part
got viral here in America.
Yeah, so I appreciate
what got viral
smoke
here in
weed,
America.
yeah.
And that,
so I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. Like I really like that song a lot. It's one of my bangers, one of my classics I like to play. Yeah, so
I know every time you post something that had to do with smoke weed, look, check this out. Anytime you post something that had to do with smoke weed, or every single one of my social media pages blown up. Like, damn, I get all these ads and people just adding me. People add me.
That's
damn,
good,
every
man.
time you do something like that.
It makes me happy because I want you to grow. Like, some of them are new to you. Like the people that not our age. The young kids, and then they've even them rocking with it. So I think it's about growth. We help each other. There's some Khmer rappers that I listen to that I always root for too. Like, is there any like Khmer American rappers out here that you like? I like Cashinova.
Oh yeah, Cashinova.
He's one of my favorites right now. He's really good. Like he's been doing it for like a good 10 years too. Like even more maybe. And he's been like, he's one of like those artists like kind of like generational type talent. I feel like he's on another level. Like I hear him on
Yeah.
mainstream radio. Like
See, that's the thing. We got to find a way to break into that mainstream, man. Because right now, it don't matter how many views you get, you're still not mainstream. No, none of us are still getting
it's like
mainstream.
I think there's some kind. Yeah, we just got to kick down the door, waving the 4-4. I don't know what it is. Like the door, it's been cracked open by other Asians, but it's like we're still the underdogs. I feel like the crazy dark Asians. It's always the other Asians that are in the door. Like recently, like Cash No just dropped a new album, so I actually bought his hard copy CD. So I'm waiting to bump that, and I'm looking forward to it.
Just dropped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's on all platforms. It's called High Speed the Fast Way. So I think he was on episode 5, I believe. So he's one of my early podcast interviews. So shout out to you, Cash, for doing that interview, man. He did it in the car, because
Oh, I saw
he
that.
did it in the car because
the
kids was loud. So I was like, that's love. That's very hip hop. You just to be in the car, just do it real quick. The phone was dying, but it's a good little interview, man. Yeah. So, who else? What else are you up to? Any projects? Any business ventures? Well, what goals do you have for Khmer Empire Entertainment and just life goals as well?
I'm reaching out to a bunch of people and things in Cambodia with the Cambodian rap. There's a lot of beef going on, but I want to put all that
beef with you, or just beef
with other artists.
Other artists, okay.
That was the era when I stopped and started shooting videos. Next thing you know, I started seeing all these diss tracks start floating up between each other back and forth. And
I saw that too.
Damn, what the hell?
I don't know where it
going
came
on?
from, but it was like, to me, I thought of it like, okay, this is, like in America, like when people do diss tracks, we see it as like healthy competition, or just like, it's like if they keep it on wax, it's not like they're gonna go there and fight each other for real. But it's like, that's the way I looked at it. But it's like, if they beefing like that, that's good that they're doing it on record, like, show your skill, battles out. But like I said, like, it's better to just join forces. It's better to make peace, in my opinion. But
that's what I want to do. I want to be able to work with this artist, but then again, they're having beef with this artist, and it's just hard because I know if I do something with this artist is gonna be pissed off, and
like musical politics,
and I really don't want that.
Yeah, I feel it. You maybe need an OG voice in the game. Just be like, yo, let's squash it and let's make music. Let's all get it.
Yeah.
And I think you're the person to do it, man. I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of them, like Young Spider, he praised you like you're an OG, like, you are an OG. So you're an inspiration to a lot of artists too. That's cool that he's that age and he knows who you are. Yeah, to me, it's like, I feel like people my age, like you're like, because we're like, to me, we're just the same era, like 30. I'm 37, so I feel like it's just people my age that know who you are. But for the young people to know, that means they've been doing their homework. They've been listening to their hip hop. To me, you are a true pioneer, and that's a fact to Khmer rap. And you have a whole catalog to prove it, and you have timestamps. Anything in the '90s is like OG.
Man, it was too bad that all the music had to come down, man, from all the platforms and shit.
Let's re-upload it. Are you allowed to re-upload it now? Now that you have a TuneCore?
Well, I do notice that I don't remember how I named all those all those tracks. So if I do post those tracks back up, it has to match with the name. So now I'm just gonna say, what, forget it. I'm just gonna drop all the old ones and just start uploading new ones.
Yeah, do that. I think it'd be good. Just build that catalog again, and you never know, man. Smoke weed might go on a top 100 indie rap charts, and we get everybody to stream it. Yeah, I'm gonna promote you, man. I'm gonna do my part, man. I definitely will, pay homage to the OG. I feel like they probably wouldn't be a hella Chluy without Khmer Kid, to be honest. I do like comedic Khmer rap, so it's like putting Khmer lyrics in a song is like, to me, it's difficult, because I'm not even fluent. So for me to put it together, that's like an art, it takes time and some thought. So You got to be clever with it, you know.
Oh,
And you had clever bars, you know.
You too, man.
I take from you, man, because you know you talking that in Khmer, man, that Poseidon, you know what I mean? You speaking that Poseidon, hoy. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? It's like you gotta, you know, listen to the greats to be great, you know. That's how I feel. That's with everything too. I listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, a lot of Tupac, a lot of, you know, Selena. So, did you have any icons that you looked up to in music, like
Before
producers, artists, before the Khmer rap?
This is before the Khmer rap, man. I was at the park, you know, I was playing one day, and all of a sudden, somebody left a Walkman with a tape in there. It was NWA. As soon as I hit play and listen to it, fuck the police. I'm Chluy. Hey, NWA got me into all that gangster shit, man.
Yeah, they changed the game.
Fuck the police. Yeah, man. Next thing you know, I started, you know, just kept playing it and just. It was just so fucked up. I played in front of my parents, got beat up a few times, man.
Yo, if it wasn't for NWA, we probably don't have freedom of speech, man. I think them and 2 Live Crew were the reason the parental advisory logo was is a requirement because you know, but they fought for us to say what we could say on music. The F word. Politics runs through everything, man. That's crazy how it runs through like mainstream media and just damn. So what's next? Are you gonna you're coming out of retirement? We're gonna make an album? We're gonna do Smoke Weed 2021 or what?
Oh, you know it. You know we go to Smoke Weed 2021.
Featuring Hella Chluy or what? Let's get it.
Hell yeah, featuring Hella Chluy.
Oh man, I'm excited. I actually already got the beat, so I'm already writing. So we're gonna work on it, and it's gonna be a breath of fresh air. It's gonna be good.
Oh, I still gotta send you the lyrics. I still gotta send you the lyrics. But I'm not gonna use those lyrics though. But just so you know the feel. Yeah, we're gonna have to change. You know, this is 2021. We gotta do something different.
Yeah.
With the same original beat though, just something different.
Yeah. We can write to it. So any shout outs you want to give, any announcements you want to make, any shout outs to end it on a good note? I feel like, you know, we covered a lot.
Oh man, so many shout outs I want to give.
Shout them out.
Like the homies out in Janesville, Wisconsin, Madison, you know, the homies out in Minnesota. I'm gonna start out with Janesville. If it wasn't for John Pond, rest in peace. It wasn't for him. Because he was like one of the first person I stayed with when I ran away from home and got over there, and he hooked me up with a spot to stay. And me and him, we just bonded. He was funny as shit, man. But yeah, bro, rest in peace, John Pond. And then there was the homie AR. Man, there's so many, man. AR.
Name them all, man.
Diz, Wes, Tech, Lottie, Boy, Gangster. Man, I'm trying to think of all the names that I climbed. Man, it's a lot out there, man. Because of them, I had a place to stay. I was able to bring my computer. I was able to do beats and record and shit, and we had a real good time out there. And
that's love.
And a lot of shout outs that Chicago, I already got them on a song. And man, I'm trying to think of all the names. Oh, and out in Minnesota, out in St. Paul, it was the homie Bonafide. Because of him, that day that when we got pulled over by the cops and shit, and they started asking questions about the cognac and shit, cognac. He actually came down to pick us up. So big shout out to homie Bonafide.
I know Bonafide. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, if he didn't pick us up, we'd be in the middle of nowhere, man. He drove all the way down from St. Paul to pick us up, man.
Wow, that's love. Shout out to all your peoples that's involved with your journey, your success.
I mean, it's a lot more stuff, but Probably don't have that much time.
It's no rush. Whatever you want to talk about, we could talk about. We can add it in.
You want to take a shot, real quick?
Yeah, let's take a shot. Almost killed this whole bottle.
Hey, man, I told my brother the other day that, man, I knew Hella Chluy like a long time ago. My brother goes, man, how you know all these people, man?
But it's cool that we can reconnect, man, on this whole digital era, man. This is like the new normal now, man. So hopefully you stay safe in this pandemic. Take care of your family. Family first always. Take care of your health. You know, we're not getting younger. And let's do what we love. Continue to make music. Continue to inspire. I'm looking forward to your new projects and looking to be involved. And if you need anything, I got you. Let's make Khmer raps great again.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers to you. Salute, man. Like, let's do it, man. Salute. I'm coming out of retirement. I'm gonna make music again. You know. Sometimes it's good to take breaks. But like, I'm always gonna have like you have like your studio in the back. That's my room too. Like my little office right here is pretty much. I always have Logic. I always have Pro Tools whenever I want to turn it on and use it. Yeah. And
I mean, that's actually the best way because my family's right there. You know, I'll have time with family and here.
Mm-hmm. It's also like a good stress reliever. Sometimes you just want to zone out, just make a song real quick. It's good. It's good for your mental health. You know, you have a hobby, you have something you like to do. Like we have like TikTok now, so it's like times are changing. I like TikTok now. Like before, you won't see me on TikTok doing no dance, but now I'm on there.
Hey, I'm struggling. I'm struggling on TikTok, man. And you can tell
keep uploading.
Keep
uploading, man. The thing about TikTok is everybody gets a fair shot to be shown on the For You page. Like you produce, so you can even play your beat. Just keep doing what you do. Just do what you like, and people will come for it because that's what they signed up for. You know, there's like. If I want to hear beats, I go to your page, or if I want to hear... I just do a little bit of everything. To me, I'm kind of like a multi... I can't stay still. I don't know what I want to... Sometimes I want to do a dance thing. Sometimes I want to do nunchucks. Sometimes I want to sing. Sometimes I want to rap. Sometimes I want to do mukbangs. Like, I'm all over the place. So I feel like I don't have a niche. I feel like my whole personality is a niche. So if you're either going to love me or you're going to hate me. Yeah. There's no in between. And I'm fine with that.
Man, I do want to give a shout out to Bon Cream in Cambodia. You know, he actually got me. He actually got my voice heard in Cambodia because of one of the projects that I did with him was Duong.
I remember that video back in was that the early 2000s, like 2002 or something like that. I remember that video coming out.
Oh no, that was 2000.
Don't bet dong. Don't bet dong. That one, right?
Yeah, that was like 2008, 2009.
How do you feel about hip hop? The state of Khmer hip hop right now, globally, in Khmer and in America. Like, what do you like about them?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of talented artists out there.
Definitely,
like Morno and Khmer, but there is a lot of talents out there
for sure.
And
their music videos are like next level, man. They're like Cambodia production is like almost like K-pop music videos now. Like they're using the reds, like they're looking like Hollywood style music video. Like so, dang, they're killing it. So in that sense, there's a lot of up and comers too, a lot of new faces, which is cool to see. And
so what caught my attention was my brother showed me a video one day. It was a homie 45. He actually gave me a shout out, man. That was.
That interview, right?
That interview, and my brother showed me that. Look, and I looked at him like, damn,
that's love.
45. I mean, I wasn't really that big into like the
new rappers now.
Yeah, the new rappers, but when he did that, that's when I started looking. I'm like, damn, man, he's actually pretty good, man.
Yeah, they do their thing,
man, and
came a long way from the 90s.
Yeah.
No more mom's karaoke machine no more, man.
Right.
Yeah. I love to see it, man. So let's keep pushing the culture forward, man. I think I want to be more like more in the background. Like definitely want to find the next up and coming talent and not necessarily become like a label. Just maybe just maybe write for them, or just do hooks, or just what's it called, the pen game, do songwriting, and just
Ghostwriting.
because the people that could actually sing. I could write R&B songs too. Like boom, find someone that could sing, help with the image, and put projects out. Because I feel like, if that's my way to stay involved in music, I want to just help write. I feel like I can still write good songs, and I have melodies for days, and I have a team of producers like Lotta, the Wise Men of Phillips. We all still making music. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like all these beats that we have, it's not gonna do no good sitting in the hard drive. Let's put it out. It's time to release everything. We're releasing all our unreleased stuff too on iTunes and stuff.
Yeah.
So might as well put it out. You never know. There might be a fan in Germany that streams it and just,
That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm. Any last words, Khmer Kid? This is gonna be a fire interview, so I can't wait to share this with the people, man. I know they're waiting for it. It's kind of, I think one of my podcast subscribers were like, "Yo, can you interview Khmer Kid?" I'm like, you know what? I'm about to shoot my shot. That's my homie, man. Was he gonna say no? And I'm like, I just, I didn't know how busy you were. I didn't know if you're going to say no, but like, yo, it's 2021, man. I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Yeah, you reached out to me about the podcast interview at the right time because I was getting back into music. So I'm like, oh man,
it works out.
It's
crazy how life works. I'm like, yes, let's get it. And I feel like, I feel like a new, I feel like born again. I feel like excited.
Born again.
I feel excited to make music. I feel excited to create and just collaborate. I feel it's important to collaborate, make songs together. Yeah. I'm also trying to get KhmerGuyFromtheChi on an interview. He said anytime, so I'm like, all right, we're gonna link up too. So that's your homie. That's my homie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Khmer Kid interview. By the time you see this, man, we're gonna have. I think we can announce that your Smoke Weed has been re-released on iTunes. So by the time this comes out, make sure you guys go see Smoke Weed. It's been re-released on all streaming platforms. The original. You had 4 versions out? You uploaded all 4 versions? Yeah. Yo, if you didn't know, there's more than one version. So listen to it, stream it, get that revenue in for Khmer Kid so we can get some more, so we can have time to buy some seeds. So we can plant some trees.
Yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of planting trees, man, I want to give a shout out to my homie out in Stockton, California, Yate and Chigo.
Shout out to Stockton.
Man, I've been talking to him, man, yeah.
Much love to Stockton, man. The Stockton Khmer rap music scene is popping too.
Oh yeah.
I seen some rap music.
There's a lot of beef going on though.
A lot of beef
going on.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of beef too, but it's like I'm listening to the music, I'm like, okay, they got it, they flowing. So it's like I'm not from that life, so I'm like, shit. I'm just listener. I'm a listener. I'm a consumer. If it sounds good to my ears, I'm bumping. No matter what set you from, no matter what hood you from, I'm gonna listen to it. Cause like to me, I feel like, I'm not one of those old heads that be like, yo, this new generation, they rapping, they don't know how to rap. I don't want to be like, they ain't rapping like we rapped, or like, I kind of like the new stuff. I like the new, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Even some of the mumble rap, if it sounds catchy, I'll listen to it. Yo, there's no rules to music. If it sounds good, it sounds good. That's to me. I'm not looking down or belittle the little homies. Yo, if you make good music, you make good music. Who are we to say this? You should rap like a Rakim or Big Daddy Kane. You know what I mean? I think music has evolved, so it's good. It's good to hear what's new. Like, how many ways can you make a rhyme pattern or rhymes?
Yeah.
We can only get more creative. So I'm
learning. Sometimes, when I'm listening to my Smoke Weed, I feel like it's mumble rap too. What am I saying? I'm trying to think of the lyrics and shit.
My empire to run. The kingdom of Cambodia. Villain. To me, it was mama. I didn't know the lyrics. Shoot. Yeah, print me the lyrics and mail it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it to you.
For sure, man. So shoot, man. I think we had a great interview, and it's gonna be dope.
Hey, yo, this is Khmer Kid, and you tune in to ChluyTalk.
See you guys on the next one.